Hello, my name is Nick from New York City, and today we're going to be running some more tests comparing GC-Artis canes with copycat from an Asian marketplace. We will now unbox the second design. First, the GC-Artis. See, it has a nice matte finish and a branded bottom. This is the elephant design. GC-Artis canes are ergonomically designed to fit right into your hand nicely. GC-Artis canes are branded with the company name and logo on each. And now we will open the cheap Asian copy. Very sterile packaging, not made with love. The handles are symmetrical and not ergonomically designed at all. Your hand much more wraps around it rather than it fitting nicely like a glove. The GC-Artis comes in at 18.23 ounces, while the cheap copy is over 21 ounces. So on the cheap copy, the design is very undetailed and very washed out, while on the GC-Artis cane, you can see there are many incredible details, with the tusk even being its own solid piece, its own color. And they attempted to copy every single detail of it. As you can see, the carving here, the carving there, each part of it. And the finish on the cheap copy is a glossier matte that feels slimy in your hand, while the GC-Artis is a nice matte finish. The GC-Artis cane is ergonomically designed to fit nicely into your hand, while the cheap copy is symmetrical and your hand more wraps around it. So as you can see, it does not fit as nicely into the hand. As you can see, the GC-Artis is ergonomically designed, while the cheap copy is straight. GC-Artis canes are designed specifically for your left or right hand. The GC-Artis cane is branded at the bottom, with each tip being custom made by them, for them, while the cheap copy is a generic tip they got off the shelf. There's no brand anywhere on the cheap copy. We will now do a scratch test to see how the lacquer is, compare the lacquer on both. So on the cheap copy, without applying much force, you can see it already scratches right here. The lacquer just peels right off. While on the GC-Artis, it stays strong and the lacquer does not come off with the key. Here to here, as you can see, the color is inconsistent throughout it. While on the GC-Artis, the color is consistent through the entire cane. Also, the wood grain is a lot nicer on the GC-Artis. As you can see here, you get that grain going down, while on the cheap copy, there really isn't much of a grain at all. The tusks on the GC-Artis cane may look fragile, but they're in fact quite solid. As you can see here, by hitting against the ground, they're still just as solid. We will now do a drop test with the GC-Artis. Still solid, still strong. Even the top is barely scratched. We will now do a test where I put all 210 pounds of myself onto the cane. This is the GC-Artis. As you can see, it is able to hold all my weight. We will now run the same tests with the cheap copy. So first the drop test. As you can see, more than scratching, it even chipped a bit. We'll now do a test where I put all 210 pounds onto the cane. It immediately breaks and is completely unable to hold. As you can see, it broke right along the wood. As you can see, after running these tests, the cheap copy is not anywhere near straight, as it is bent right there. And after the same series of tests, the GC-Artis cane is still strong and straight as an arrow. If you're looking for both quality, function, and beauty, there really is no comparison to the GC-Artis. The pluses of the GC-Artis is that it is beautiful, reliable, strong, sturdy after a series of tests, ergonomic, fits nicely in your hand, the nice matte finish, does not come off easily, the branded bottom, the branded strap is a beautiful work of art that combines function and art. The cheap copy is not ergonomic, does not fit in your hand, it breaks easily, it is not branded at all, nowhere is there a brand on it, and while it may be useful for travel, as you can take it apart and make it into a smaller piece than the GC-Artis, like this, the minuses of that are that it is much weaker and not worth it at all. It is also much cheaper, but if you're on a budget, you might as well just buy something that's not art at all and just go for the function, which the GC-Artis combines both beauty and function. This has been Nick comparing the GC-Artis and the fake copy, and it has been a pleasure, and have a good day. Bye bye.